We are back with Scott Braddock talking all things finances. This person says, I'm 62, hoping to retire at 65. I recently rolled my 401k into an IRA with the guidance of a retirement planner. He wants me to move the money to an uncapped annuity, and I'm not familiar with this type of investment. Is this a good platform?
Well, there are different types of annuities, and it's very important to not only understand these different types of annuities, but really need to know which one's going to suit your goals and objectives the best. I can tell you that fixed index annuities, for example, can produce guaranteed income for the rest of your life, and that could be a good fit for a portion of your portfolio because oftentimes folks are finding that they don't have pensions and they don't have enough income in retirement, so they'll use these guaranteed income sourced annuity types to carry and cover that shortfall of income. But it's really hard to answer that question. There's a lot of questions that I have about this recommendation here, but annuities can be very good. But there are some annuities that are out there that will follow the market. They go up and down, and it really just depends on what your objective is.
Okay, so they need to talk to their financial advisor and ask a few more questions, but can you just tell me what an annuity is? What is the 101 definition?
So the idea behind annuity is that it equals payments. It's by definition. Social Security is an annuity. Pensions are annuities. So annuity by definition is payment. And so folks do tend to use these to produce income. They will guaranteed income for the rest of your life. I would recommend in this case, if you're going to have the annuity conversation, meet with a fiduciary advisor. They have to make sure that they're acting in your best interest, and they have to avoid all conflicts of interest. And that's really good advice when it comes to the annuity topic.
Okay, and again, you can have that discussion with a fiduciary without having to pay them for their services if they give you guidance and tell you what the difference is.
That's right.
Okay. This person says, I'm on disability because of a medical condition. I'm only 62. Do I have to wait to draw from my 401k?
Well, typically disability does not tie into your 401k at all. The restrictions when it comes to your 401k is you have to be 59 and a half or older and to avoid a 10% penalty for early withdrawal. After that, what you're looking at is taxes. Now, disability is different than receiving income from the government. If you have any type of money coming in from the government and you have too high of an income, and that would disqualify you for certain benefits, then that's different. So that would be the only nuance there. But if it's purely disability income that you're on, this really shouldn't affect that at all.
Someone says, I'm 3 years before retirement and I want to buy land to build a new house. Is it better for me to pay for the land with my profit sharing money that I've been saving for 35 years?
Well, I guess it really depends is the right answer on that. We'd have to take it. You really want to meet with a financial professional and crunch some numbers and see exactly what a loan would look like for you. And then also take a look at the performance and the value of the profit sharing. And I don't know if you're still working or still retired. There's tax implications here as well to consider. And oftentimes when we take from profit sharing or retirement accounts, we have to pay Uncle Sam first. We have to pay taxes first. And so there's a lot of factors. You certainly, before making that type of big decision, want to sit down with a financial professional to kind of help you crunch some numbers so that you can make the best decision.
Somebody wants to know advice on converting a regular IRA to a Roth IRA.
Well, as I mentioned earlier in an earlier segment here, taxes are so important right now. Folks are really paying attention to these different types of retirement vehicles. And it does make sense for a lot of folks to start converting some of their IRA over to the Roth. Real quick, the difference is that those IRAs are fully taxable. Once you hit a certain age, you have to start taking out of those and paying taxes in the form of a RMD or required minimum distribution. And then upon your passing, whatever you pass to your heirs, they have 10 years to take all of that out and pay taxes. With the Roth, it grows tax-free. You can take from it tax-free, you pass it on tax-free, and there's no required minimum distribution. There's strategies involved in converting from an IRA to a Roth. Once more, a financial professional can really help you navigate through that.
Right, because you don't want to lose any of your money just because you didn't know something.
Right, and again, when we take from an IRA and we're going to pay taxes in order to put it into the Roth, there's certain strategies in order to make that really a financially wise decision. Okay. And so, again, sit down with an advisor and see what options are best for you.
Well, we appreciate the look at the whole economy and the election and answering all of the money-related questions. Thank you, Scott. If you missed any of our conversation, you'd like to hear part of it again, it'll be in the Who Wants to Know section of our website.